Hello and welcome to our episode of FinTech Focus TV with me, Toby. We are here at the 18 Buy and Build event in London, and it is my great pleasure to have back on the show again Diana Stanescu. How are you doing?
Good, Toby. Thank you. How are you?
Very good indeed. Thank you. Very good indeed. So, another great event here today.
Indeed.
We spoke at the start of the year, another A-Team event, the Trading Tech Summit.
Yeah.
And it's great to hear you with Clive Postel at the time talking about instrumentics. We're going to come on to that because there's been some breaking news this week, so exciting to hear all that side of things as well. But I wanted to also talk about this whole buy and build phenomenon that we're in here at the moment, where you guys fit into the ecosystem. So we'll come on to that in a second, but start off by just giving us the sort of elevator pitch of yourself and the business.
Of course. So at Keysight, what we are looking at is a trading infrastructure at a very accuracy level. And basically, what I was talking also earlier on the stage was that I was asking people, has anyone heard about Keysight? And no one really raised their hand. And then I have asked, has anyone heard about Hewlett-Packard? And everyone said yes. Well, yeah. We used to be the test and measurement division of the Hewlett-Packard. And then because we actually measure signals in so much accuracy, and we are present from NASA Apollo missions to aerospace and defense, it's the same DNA in the capital markets.
Yeah, yeah.
So why we are here? Because we actually measure at a very precise level signals. So we are very much present into ultra low latency measurements and infrastructure and analytics, and even more now with Instrumentics joining us.
Isn't that an interesting thing as you sort of talk through that and say, right, has anyone heard of that? And it comes through. It's just that I love unearthing those sort of hidden gems and sort of seeing the business sort of come through. And the actual, scalability of the company has been extraordinary. And as you say, look, let's come back into that. You mentioned it there. Even more so with Instrumentics. Talk to us about what's happened there and why it's happened and what it means.
We talked last time that we started our collaboration with Instrumentics quite a long time ago, because this was driven by customers, and we were just happening to work together. But then we started to work more and more and listen to customers who were actually asking us to work more together. We are now we have just finalized now our investment part. So we are a part of shareholders of Instrumentics, and we wanted to do this because we feel that's a huge synergy between us. We are complementing each other very nicely with what we are doing, and this will just help this collaboration get closer and make the customers happy at the end of the day.
Talk to me about that. So making customers happy is obviously the modus operandi of businesses. Yeah. In your space, there's obviously a lot of challenge, a lot of opportunity, a lot of opportunities to improve efficiency, to gain productivity, etc., etc. When customers are talking to you about what makes them happy in the space right now, where do you see that demand? What are people looking for, and how are you helping to solve that problem, that challenge?
So I think there is a big wish, and there has always been a big wish to be fast in this space. Speed has always been important. However, we have a lot of challenges, and when we say we, I mean customers have a lot of challenges, because it's not only being fast. They need to be fast. They need to be resilient. They need to be provable. They need to be trusted. So it's not only about being fast. And the products we are having, and I was actually showing them earlier, are not just a pool of products, because we want to have a lot of products doing different things in trading, are the products who are combined together, forming the spinal of the trading infrastructure, from analytics, from the top to the end of when you place the trade, because everything needs to be analyzed. And when you ask me what is making the customers happy, I can say maybe what is making the customers not sleep at night, the fact that they can have fields which cancellations or missed fields, and they don't know exactly why, because it's something there in the network which is triggering these fields. So it's that correlation with more complex networks with hybrid cloud and colocation and microwave and fiber, and it's fragmentation of the data, and it's very difficult for them to be putting everything together in order to be able to say, I have 100% visibility and I know 100% what is happening in my network, and if something is happening now, I know exactly what is causing it. I can resolve it instantly, and I can also report to regulators if I need to. So this is where we come into the piece, and we are helping them to have that visibility, which is now, I would say, a must-have. It's not a nice-have anymore with the increase of data and speed. And
I think there's some really important things that you say there. Most of us, I love it when people are saying that this is no longer a nice-to-have; it's a must-have. Within it, that's a great position for a business to be in. Full stop. Right.
True.
But I also think this sort of debate, which I'm having more and more often at the moment with people in the industry, is this sort of battle for speed, which has always been there. I go back to when we first launched Harrington Star 15 years ago, the whole concept was the race to zero latency, and we were all talking about how we can bring it down. That never goes away, right? Latency equals opportunity and advantage. But the same sort of stage, I've had debates recently of saying, right, are we talking about speed or are we talking about quality? And has quality gazumped speed in this race? And actually, I think where my view of where it sits is you can't have one without the other. The two are mutually exclusive. And this whole industry, and particularly when you talk about buy and build has been, why buy and build rather than buy or build as it used to be. Buy and build is because we've created that trust in the industry, and trust has come through quality and proof and evidence and greater technology and greater compute. Yeah. And now it's sort of almost, now that qualities are given, we move back to the significance of speed again. Is that something there which is fair to say, as my layman's from the outside I look at it? Yeah.
Definitely, and I totally agree that speed without quality is not possible, and quality without speed in this space is not possible. And even if you are fast, and it may work for a period, but who knows who. There's a president waking up in the morning, and the markets are going crazy. So that's the moment when you'll have the spikes, and that's the moment when the quality, it's actually making the difference, and you need to have them both. And if we speak about buy and build, I can make a bit of an analogy to laptops. Yeah. I have the capability to build a laptop. Am I building a laptop? Not really, because there are companies who do this by their bread and butter. However, I would buy that laptop and I will use it to build on top of it something which makes me differentiate, makes me shine after that. So I think it's the same with the buy and build.
That's a great way of putting it.
My advice is buy what is non-negotiable, and low latency, for example, accuracy, timestamping. So these are tools, compliant tools. These are tools which needs to be trusted, and a company should not reinvent the wheel. Just trust them and buy what is there, trust it, and good quality and evolved. And then on top of them, when we speak about strategy, when we speak about algorithms, research, build on top things which can be making the difference from this point of view.
Outstanding. So look, let's wrap up by saying one thing. Look, you've been out there on the floor. You've been in here today. You've been hearing a lot of things about this. If there's one message that you want to send out to people to be thinking about when they think of buy and build, if there's a message from when you've been out there on the stage earlier on, and want people to be taking away from what you've been talking about, what's that message?
The message,
other than Instrumentix and Keysight are now official.
The message is that there is a shift of the mindset, and there should be a shift of the mindset that people should not be seeing infrastructure as plumbing, which is moving packets from one place to another, and should work more on integrating infrastructure and visibility more into the entire trading stack, because without having a very good, accurate, trusted infrastructure, you will not be able to be successful on the trading side. And you never know when we'll hit it.
Absolutely. Well, listen, Diana, it's wonderful having you on the show again. Thanks so much for joining us, and thanks for sharing the wisdom. And thank you all for watching. We will see you soon on the next episode of FinTech Focus TV. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.